Well, during my ride yesterday, I got pulled over, and it was such a stupid reason. It's not. I think this is a rough one for me because Florida doesn't take it easy on bikers when they have a mistake. If you choose to fight a ticket and you lose, the consequences are like 10 times worse. But I feel like with my GoPro footage, I can probably beat this one. And her explanation was ass off from what was admitted with the ticket when I called the circuit court. So when she first stopped me, she said it was because I didn't completely stop at the crosswalk when pedestrians were going through. And so after rewinding my footage, I realized I did completely stop. The pedestrians had already crossed my path, and I started moving when the rest of traffic started moving. So I knew that was bogus, but that was after I got home. I just thought, oh, maybe I did do it. And then I got home and I reviewed it, and I was like, oh no, she's so wrong about that. That's so inaccurate. Well, she might be correct about the pedestrians in the walkway, but they were not on my side of the road. They had already crossed over, and they were on the other side of the road walking across their lane. So I was just going with the flow of traffic like everybody else. When they took off, I took off. I don't want to be the only idiot sitting there fucking while everybody honks at me. So anyways, made a choice. But outside of that, the ticket was very, very, very interesting, because when it got submitted to the circuit court and I called the Clark City Court, they were like, I asked, has the ticket been put in yet? And they said, yes, it shows for careless driving. I was like, okay. And then she said it was in the notes, it was put as weaving. And I was like, weaving? And then when I reviewed my footage, I noticed that I did weave, and it was to save my life or keep an accident from happening. And right after I weaved, I got pulled over. Let me show you the video, and then you tell me who was at fault. And then maybe that'll make my decision easier as to whether I choose to fight this ticket in court or not, because I think this is the stupidest pullover ever. So here's the suggested weaving that took place so you guys can see. And about 15 seconds after that, I got pulled over. Check it out. Ooh, buddy, you use your blinker at like the last absolute second. Yeah, buddy. Come on, man. Getting pulled over here. Goofy, I know, right? By the way, the GoPro footage is backed off because I have it set for wide, so actually the car was much closer when they decided to pull that maneuver. The GoPro just makes it look like it's a lot further away. For those of you guys that are GoPro people, you know that already. For the people that aren't, action cameras normally will push an image away from you. So if I'm like 5 feet in front of it, it's going to make it look like it's 15 feet ahead of you because of the wide angle and the digital output that comes from the camera. That being said, I don't even think he used a blinker. I said he used a blinker, but I never saw a blinker. I was already in the lane holding it. They made a last-minute decision to veer over in front of me. And then, thinking they were going to ride the lane out, I kept maintaining my speed, and all of a sudden they just decided they were going to go hard right. And so I, safety tactic, maneuvered around them, right? Got up to speed, just cruised, wasn't speeding, and bam, got pulled over for weaving. Pulling a emergency situation maneuver, in my opinion, and I don't think I was at fault. I'm pretty sure that car was at fault for that one, almost creating the accident and forcing me, who's not in a car, who doesn't have a seatbelt on, who's completely open to the elements of the world, to get hit and have an accident. I'm pretty sure I got screwed on this one. And no matter how much I tried to explain it to her, she did not want to hear it. She just was like, this supposed maneuver that you did. It was like, the wording was bad. It was just bad. But anyway, she knocked me for careless driving. That's 4 points on my license. I didn't even do anything. I don't know, man. This makes me really want to fight it. It's a $163 fine, and if I pay it, it's 4 points on my license. Or I could choose to open a court date. Hopefully she doesn't show. I'm 100% sure she will because she works for USF Patrol, so she will be there for every single citation. They want their money. They are the smallest police department in Florida. They want their money. So she will definitely show up for that. And the other side of that is I'm really trying to talk to the circuit court about whether I can admit my GoPro footage as evidence. And it seems like I'm getting a real runabout answer from them as to whether that's going to be okay or not for a civil violation. And I just don't understand that. I was under the impression that you can use video cam logging and dash cams and stuff, but apparently because of the digital nature of everything going on right now with AI and all this, they're really like fighting this whole allowing people to use footage thing, because apparently you can make changes to it if you're a digital CGI master. So I don't know. This one's rough. What do you guys think? Who's at fault? Is it me? I don't know. I'll pay a ticket, move on with life, but I don't know, man. I really don't want the insurance increase over nothing. Like, just a power tripping officer having a crappy day is my assumption. I'm just assuming. I don't know. Seems like I got wrote up for a pretty bogus ticket. I might be starting to regret putting the plastics on the bike that I put on it, because I think it makes it look faster and it's very noticeable and it looks like a race bike. And so I feel like maybe I've just given them a reason to fuck with me, and now I'm paying the consequences for that. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? Let me know. Comment section below. Smash like button, all that good stuff. Toodles.